Have you ever felt that no matter how fast you run, you can never reach what you truly desire? It seems that the more you achieve, the emptier you feel inside. It's as though everything is slippery, impossible to hold on to. This is precisely what the wisest man in the world, King Solomon, observed. He described this relentless pursuit of success and pleasures as chasing the wind. But what did he mean by that? And more importantly, what does this warning have to do with our modern world, where we constantly compare our lives, accumulate possessions, and seek instant happiness? In this video, you will discover how Solomon's ancient wisdom connects with modern science and how it can transform the way you live. Prepare yourself to understand why many of your pursuits feel empty and what to do to find true and lasting peace. Are you ready to break out of this cycle and discover what truly matters? Human behavior is a constant enigma. Many dream big, desire the extraordinary, but end up seduced by instant pleasures. Just observe how social media dominates our daily routines. The mind seeks immediate comfort from likes, viral videos, and quick messages, leaving big projects always for later. This happens because of a brain area called the mesolimbic circuit, responsible for releasing dopamine, the hormone that rewards us with sensations of pleasure. But in excess, leaves us addicted to the quick and easy. King Solomon, however, brings a timeless teaching that breaks this cycle. Owner of unimaginable riches and colossal power, he personifies someone who had everything he could desire. Yet his conclusion is shocking. Even with so much, he felt empty. Solomon warns us that chasing immediate pleasures may seem satisfying, but it's like drinking salt water. The more you consume, the thirstier you become. Imagine someone reaching 100,000 followers only to immediately chase 1 million. Satisfaction is always temporary. This conflict between ambition and procrastination repeats itself in our daily lives. How many times have we planned to learn a new language, start exercising, or work on a personal project, only to be derailed by the comfort of the couch? Procrastination is a silent saboteur. To counter it, a simple technique is the 5-minute rule. Start the task for just 5 minutes. The brain, once it realizes something has begun, tends to continue. If Solomon lived today, he might say, a little effort now, great results later. Interestingly, modern science confirms the sage's warnings. When the balance between dopamine, instant pleasure, and serotonin, long-term well-being, is restored, we find more clarity and peace. This applies directly to work, relationships, and personal purpose. Solomon understood what many still ignore. Chasing after quick gratification traps us in an endless cycle. But how do we change that? It is this wisdom and the secrets of the wisest man that we will explore in the next sections. King Solomon was a man who lived at the height of power, enjoyed extreme luxury, and accumulated achievements that most of us would never dare imagine. He ruled over a vast territory, amassed unimaginable riches, and held influence over entire nations. His palaces were built with the finest materials, his celebrations were grand, and the fame of his name echoed across the ancient world. Yet, amid such abundance, something began to trouble him. A feeling of emptiness settled in, as though all that grandeur was just a shadow without substance. It was then that Solomon reached a startling conclusion. Everything is vanity and chasing the wind. He realized that no amount of gold, power, or pleasure could fill the inner void. Imagine someone today accumulating material possessions, cars, mansions, travels, only to feel, deep down, that something is still missing. This is the dilemma Solomon uncovered after seeking all forms of external satisfaction. The emptiness persists because what is temporary can never bring lasting fulfillment. The impact of this statement is profound because it touches on a sensitive point: the relentless pursuit of happiness outside of ourselves. Many people chase goals, believing that once they achieve that objective, whether it's the dream job, the ideal relationship, or financial success, they will finally find peace. But Solomon, in his wisdom, reminds us that everything is temporary. Fame fades, beauty ages, and money wears out. And what remains in the end? only the truth we carry within ourselves. The story of King Solomon is a mirror of our modern lives. Just like him, many of us are trapped in illusions, seeking joy where it cannot be found. Solomon is categorical in stating that none of it is enough. It's like trying to hold the wind, impossible and frustrating. But he left us a clear path, an alternative to escape this cycle. And it is these transformative teachings and reflections that the video will delve into in the following moments. Solomon's conclusion about the illusion of external achievements is the turning point where his journey takes a new direction. After experiencing all the pleasures and successes the world had to offer, he realized something essential. The real problem isn't achieving, but dealing with what comes after. Success brings with it enormous responsibilities, deep fears, and even the judgment of others. This is what modern psychology calls the Jonah complex, the fear of one's own greatness. How many people avoid taking action because they fear the weight of what they might achieve? This silent fear paralyzes more than failure itself. Just as Solomon questioned the value of his accomplishments, many today find themselves caught in the same dilemma. Is it worth chasing a promotion at work if it means sacrificing personal peace? Will taking on a big project bring expectations so high that they lead to emotional burnout? When the brain senses the risk of failure or judgment, it seeks safety in small, meaningless tasks like spending hours on social media or consuming superficial entertainment. The weight of success is real, and Solomon felt this long before we even had a name for it. Science, once again, confirms this ancient wisdom. The balance of serotonin and dopamine levels plays a crucial role here. When we rely solely on quick gratifications, such as fleeting pleasures or external accomplishments, we create a vicious cycle that never satisfies. Solomon, in his brilliance, shows that the solution lies in seeking balance. A simple practice for this is to dedicate daily moments to meditation or reading inspiring texts, like the book of Ecclesiastes itself. Small habits lead to giant changes in how we approach life. At this point, the story invites us to reflect. Are we avoiding our own greatness because we fear what it might demand? Solomon faced his doubts and left a legacy of wisdom. He taught us that instead of fearing success or losing ourselves in distractions, we must look inward. The path to peace begins when we identify what is holding us back and make a courageous decision. But how do we find this true peace? Solomon already had the answer, and that is exactly what the next section will address. Solomon left us a clear and direct teaching. True peace comes from within. After a life of excess, he discovered that the pursuit of external achievements has no end. Just like someone who accumulates wealth expecting to feel satisfaction but never finds themselves complete, the message is simple. Peace is not found in what can be possessed. Solomon encourages us to look beyond the material. A meaningful life is born when we find contentment in the present, in small joys, and in self-knowledge. A simple sunset, a good conversation, or a moment of gratitude can give us more than 1,000 external victories. This reflection strongly connects with today's society, where comparison and consumerism dominate daily life. The wise king realized that chasing after more was, in truth, an empty race. Once again, science confirms this. The excess of dopamine, fueled by social media, compulsive shopping, and instant pleasures, takes us further from the balance necessary for true happiness. Solomon found a way out, living in the present. A simple practice? Cultivating a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you feel thankful for every day. This habit, small as it may seem, transforms how we perceive life. The great lesson is understanding that emptiness is not filled with more things, but with purpose. Solomon teaches us that we must let go of the world's illusions. This means reflecting. What am I truly seeking? Am I placing my value on something that can disappear? Questions like these lead us on a journey of self-discovery. It's like looking in the mirror and finally seeing the truth. We are greater than the possessions we accumulate or the expectations that surround us. True wisdom lies in living with intention and fullness. At the end of his journey, Solomon left a powerful message, almost like a friend's advice. Seek inner peace above all else. He understood that the greatest treasures are intangible: balance, serenity, and love. It doesn't matter how many external victories you accumulate. Without peace, they are just empty numbers. And this is precisely the secret we will explore next: how to bring these teachings into practical life and transform the way we see the world. In the end, Solomon's warning echoes to this day. Everything is fleeting, but inner peace is eternal. How many times have you felt like you were chasing the wind? That even while accumulating achievements, something was always missing? Now is the time to stop, reflect, and seek what truly matters. Maybe it's time to trade the excessive distractions for a more balanced and intentional life. Are you ready to take this first step? Share in the comments what stood out most to you in Solomon's message. Have you ever felt that emptiness? I want to hear your experience. And if you want to keep learning from profound reflections that can transform your life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any upcoming videos that will bring even more wisdom and inspiration to your daily life.